Good afternoon everybody, this is Lara from Pure Elliott Wave with a very quick update for you for Bitcoin, Ethereum and XRP. Bitcoin technicals, Bitcoin's moving higher, it's still within this rectangle range, it's been within a consolidation for weeks and weeks now. This is a normal, healthy part of an ongoing bullish run. The bigger picture at higher time frames is bullish, and when Bitcoin made new all-time highs on a closing basis on the 11th of March, quite a while ago now, that's when multiple bearish Elliott Wave counts were invalidated. That new all-time high was on a closing basis at daily and weekly and monthly time frames, and it had support from volume. That's a classic upward breakout. It's absolutely unsurprising that we're seeing some consolidation before price can comfortably move up and away. And this consolidation has relieved extreme conditions, setting Bitcoin up for the next bullish run. Resistance remains the same, 73,100 to 71,500. There's a support zone now, 60,700 to 58,200. Today is moving up and away, finding support, another test of 60,700 a few days ago. We don't have the complete ended session, so for Monday we can't draw a conclusion on volume. So far it's weaker than the previous two sessions. That's okay, Bitcoin doesn't always move up and away with strength from volume. For the short term, I will read the volume profile as bearish, although overall volume is declining as price moves sideways. But for the short term, it is downward sessions which have the strongest push from volume, suggesting we may get another test of support before price moves up and away. While price remains with a consolidation, so does on-balance volume, but the trend lines for on-balance volumes consolidation, particularly the support line, are moving apart, so the range is getting wider. The range for price has gotten a little bit wider last week as well. I'm waiting for a signal, a break above resistance or a break below support to give a signal. ADX is declining, there's no clear trend, and so the model of support of stochastics plus support and resistance would expect overall an upward swing for price to reach resistance and stochastics to continue higher to reach overbought before the upward swing may end. Ethereum has moved a little bit lower. My short-term Elliott Wave count now sees potentially a double zigzag complete at the last low. There's a bullish long lower wick developing on Monday's candlestick. Let's see if it can move up and away. I do have an alternate that allows for my Newt Wave 2 to continue a little bit lower, although the main Elliott Wave count sees my Newt Wave 2 complete at this low back here on the 1st of May. Ethereum's technicals, we have resistance at 3,200, support just a little bit above 2,720. At the last three lows for Ethereum at the daily time frame, there are bullish reversal patterns. Volume is pushing Ethereum's price higher today, so there's a little bit of strength and upward movement, but again, although price is moving overall sideways and lower, volume is overall declining, but push is strongest within bearish sessions, downward sessions, so for the short term, the volume profile is bearish. Ethereum has a fairly weak technical range. We need to see a proper break above resistance or below support, and then for on-balance volume to move away to try and filter out these false breaks that we've been getting. A proper break and moving away before I have confidence in a signal from a breakthrough from on-balance volume. For Ethereum, ADX tells us there's a downward trend. This is for the short-term, higher time frames, particularly monthly. Do see Ethereum still in an upward trend, but price doesn't move in a straight line. Within a bull market, there will be short-term downward movements along the way, pullbacks and consolidations. And I expect that's still what this is for Ethereum. Within the downward trend, RSI is neutral, as is money flow, and the trend is not extreme, so there's plenty of room for the trend to continue, but at the last low there was this bullish divergence between price and RSI, and double bullish divergence between price and money flow, although neither of them had reached oversold. They don't always reach oversold on pullbacks within a bull market, but because of this bullish divergence and that strong hammer candlestick pattern at the last low, that does suggest that the low may be sustained for Ethereum. That's why that main Elliott Wave count expects the pullback is complete. This is my main Elliott Wave count for XRP. It also expects that XRP has a low in place for the 13th of April. Intermediate 2 subdivides as a double combination. They're not very common structures, but they're not rare. Zigzag for W, X, regular flat for Y. This wave count expects a third wave at intermediate primary, and cycle degree is in its early stages. I don't really want to call this a target, it's more of a ballpark figure, but an idea of where primary 3 may end. 29.01 is where primary 3 would reach 15.66 times the length of primary 1. That's not a Fibonacci ratio, That's how long primary 3 was to primary 1 within cycle 1. So that's how long a large degree third wave for XRP has been before it could potentially happen again. Considering a duration for when primary 3 may end, I'm looking at June next year if it lasts a Fibonacci 3 years. Technicals for XRP finding support today at 49 cents, still resistance above in the 54-55 cent area. We need to see a breakout in order to have confidence in the next direction. A little bit of a push from volume for the short term, and the most recent strongest session was an upward session for XRP. The short-term volume profile I'll read as bullish in comparison to the other two, Bitcoin and Ethereum. I read them as bearish. XRP also has a nice range for on-balance volume, waiting for a breakout here to give us a signal. ADX is declining. There's no clear trend. It's getting down to a pretty low level. At the last low for the 13th of April, RSI reached oversold. Doesn't tend to happen often, and when it does, it's commonly around sustained lows, so the 13th of April does look likely to be held. Not a lot of strength up off that low so far, though. Overall declining volume, although some push on bullish sessions, and overall still declining ATR. Volatility's left this market at this point. That's not a great cause for concern because cryptocurrencies can be really weak up off their lows. It's one of the features, I keep saying it, but it bears repeating, it makes their lows really hard to identify. These three really are testing our patience. Let's hope we get some decent upward movement and breakouts this week, although we may not. I expect it might be another couple of weeks or so away. That's it from me with a quick update for you today. I hope you all had a lovely weekend.